Several years ago, an 11-year-old boy was riding in a red and white Scout utility vehicle with his parents, his older brother and sister-in-law, and his younger brother. As they traveled down a rural Michigan roadway, a vehicle approaching from behind attempted to pass them. At the same time, an oncoming vehicle appeared in the opposite lane. To avoid a head-on collision, the passing driver abruptly swerved back into the proper lane. In the process, that vehicle hooked the rear bumper of the Scout. The impact caused the Scout to overturn. It rolled 3 times before finally coming to rest upside down, sliding across the hot pavement. Everyone survived. But survival and recovery are not the same thing. The injuries sustained in that crash were what many people then, and unfortunately many still today, dismiss as just soft tissue injuries. The 11-year-old boy's mother suffered the most severe injuries. During the rollover, she was partially thrown through a side window. When the vehicle finally came to rest upside down, gasoline was dripping from the tank above her as she remained trapped inside. In the days that followed, she developed severe headaches that affected nearly every aspect of her life. Like many crash victims, she sought help but found few answers other than pain pills and muscle relaxers. The pain persisted. The headaches continued. The family's pastor reminded her that he strongly recommended seeing a chiropractor in Van Wert, Ohio. That recommendation changed everything. Gradually, the headaches improved. The suffering that had dominated her life began to fade. But the greatest thing that chiropractor did was not relieve the headache pain. He gave that young boy something he feared he might never get back. That chiropractor gave me my mom back. You see, I was that 11-year-old boy, and that lady was my mom. I can still remember watching her struggle. I can still remember seeing the difference after she received chiropractic care. I can still remember hearing my father, with a wink, repeatedly say, "You sure would make a great chiropractor." I seriously heard that hundreds of times. Growing up, at the time, I really couldn't understand why he would say that about me. But sometimes, maybe 1 or 2 times in life, if you're lucky, you have someone close to you that you trust speak some truth or some wisdom into your life, seeing things you could not possibly see at that time. My father was just such a man. Eventually, his dream became my dream. I knew somehow at a young age I was supposed to become a chiropractor. My guidance counselor actually tried to talk me out of it, but it was way too late by then. I attended the Defiance College for my undergraduate studies and was later accepted to the Palmer College of Chiropractic, graduating cum laude in 1980. What began as a career choice quickly became a calling. I fell in love with the profession. Over the years, I dedicated myself to becoming the best chiropractic doctor I could be. I was honored to be elected to serve 2 terms as president of the Ohio State Chiropractic Association. They were kind enough to honor me with the Chiropractor of the Year award. I was also appointed by Governors Voinovich and Taft to serve 2 4-year terms on the Ohio State Chiropractic Board, the licensing board responsible for protecting the public and overseeing chiropractic practice in Ohio. Additionally, I served for many years in dozens of national association committees and as Ohio's elected delegate to the American Chiropractic Association. While those accomplishments were certainly meaningful, the greatest lessons and rewards of my career have come in the last few years, when I have focused on advanced patient care, continued learning, and treating injured patients. As the years passed, I became increasingly interested in understanding traumatic injury. Not just how to treat it, but how to identify it, document it, measure it, and explain it. I saw far too many people whose lives had been changed by a car crash, yet whose injuries were minimized because the damage could not be easily seen or understood. That realization led me to pursue hundreds of hours of postdoctoral education in spinal biomechanical engineering, spinal trauma pathology, ligament injury assessment, disc pathology, accident reconstruction principles, MRI interpretation, and impairment evaluations. My goal was never simply to treat pain. My goal was to understand injury. My current studies are focused on becoming trauma certified through the Accrediting Council for Continuing Medical Education, ACCME, in partnership with the State University of New York at Buffalo, Jacobs School of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences, inside the primary spine care program. 2022 to the present. Today, when a patient enters my office following a car crash or any spinal problem, I approach that case the same way I wish every injured person could be evaluated, with careful attention, objective measurements, and a commitment to discovering the truth. I listen carefully, I examine thoroughly, I measure whenever measurement is possible, I document objectively, I explain findings in a manner that patients, attorneys, insurance adjusters, mediators, judges, and juries can understand. When instability is present, we document it. When neurological deficits are present, we test and document them. When functional loss interferes with daily activities, we measure it and create a report for it. When imaging findings correlate with the patient's history and examination findings, we explain those relationships clearly and scientifically. My responsibility is not simply to generate medical records. My responsibility is to accurately tell the patient's story through objective clinical findings with integrity and use those facts to help the patient recover as much as possible. Attorneys and other medical practitioners who work with me quickly learn that I view the doctor-patient, nurse practitioner, family doctor, specialist, attorney relationship as a partnership centered on the patient. My role is to provide excellent clinical care, thorough documentation, and clear explanations of what injuries mean medically, functionally, and, when appropriate, permanently. Every patient who walks through my door is someone's mother, father, spouse, child, or grandparent. They deserve to be heard. They deserve to be treated with dignity. And they deserve an accurate, objective evaluation of the injuries that may possibly change their lives forever. Perhaps that belief began many years ago while watching my own mother suffer after a traumatic car crash. I work every day to become the kind of chiropractic doctor who helped her, the kind of chiropractic physician who gave a frightened 11-year-old boy his mother back. And if, through that work, I can help patients, attorneys, and other health professionals better understand the science of traumatic injury and better care and advocate for the people they serve, then I believe I am honoring both my profession, the experience, my mother, and my father who inspired me to enter it. My initial consultations have always been at no charge. So if you are a potential patient, another health professional, or an attorney, just call my office at 513-217-7035, and I will be very happy to speak with you.